So I'm Graham Thompson, I'm a modern studies teacher at Woodfarm High School. Well, I'm really lucky in my school in that the senior management team and the middle management team have always been really supportive from day one. But if somebody was feeling like they didn't necessarily have that from the outset, I would probably recommend just go for something, pick something that you're really passionate about, that you feel that you can have an impact with pupils on, and just go for it, go out and do it. I started an amnesty group when I started at Woodfarm, and it started with literally 2 pupils. Now it's 25 pupils. We've held whole school assemblies, we've done petition campaigns, we've run...
We're members of the Amnesty International Youth Group in our school. We joined because we both feel quite strongly about this.
Yeah, we've been here since S1. We give up our lunch times to spread awareness, and our whole message behind it is that everyone is important, that everyone has rights, and that everyone needs to know about these things.
The very first year that we were in it, we were doing Save the Human Rights Act because the government were going to change it, and we did a petition. Last year we were doing rights for refugees, and this year we're going to be focusing on banning torture.
By doing this, we're kind of not only giving other people an understanding, we're giving ourselves an understanding. So if something were to happen outside the school, then we kind of know about it, and whether it's going to be that more refugees are coming and we're going to be meeting them in our future lives, or whether it's just a day-to-day thing. I feel like by doing these things, we're kind of developing ourselves by ourselves, and we're just kind of spreading it to other people as well.
It's also building confidence, and our skills is working with each other, and we all sort of pull together to achieve our goals.
By doing amnesty and things, it kind of opens a lot more doors. In your mind, you kind of think, well, maybe I would be good at this, or maybe by doing this I could be helping more people. So it certainly helps with that, but still it's quite early.
Okay, so this is religious observance, but at Woodfarm we call it making sense of, and the idea is to explore the values of the school. So the pupils came up with what the values are, and so for every making sense of event we make sense of ambition, or we make sense of respect, or whatever the value is. The pupils then come up with stations. At each station there's a stimulus, an activity and a response, and the response is either to make, right, say or do something. It gives them a chance to be heard, as in the Pupil Voice. You have a discussion with them so you hear what they think, which we feel is more effective than having an assembly where you're just told a thing and you sit there resenting being there. The idea is that they get to think through a value. The reason I think thinking about values is important is because if you decide the school values ambition and you think, well, that sounds good, but then you think, what if your ambition is selfish? Is it a good thing to be ambitious, or is it always good? And so you get them to think through, what sort of person they want to be. And it doesn't matter what they think to start with. They come in and explore the value and leave with hopefully a clearer opinion of what they think of that value. That is the shared school thing. And in a diverse place.
16-17 census, we've got 44% of our pupils who identify as coming from an ethnic minority group. So we've got a really diverse set of pupils, and we feel it's really important to ensure that everyone has the chance to share their views, and we have a genuine pupil voice within our school. So when we'd started the road towards Rights Respect in School Award Level 1, we'd started the road towards bringing in things like the Amnesty International.
So basically we've got a rights respecting ethos, and pupils got involved in making a sort of charter that everyone would abide by, to make sure that everyone's rights are respected. So we started obviously by consulting, and we had to consult with teachers, with pupils, and see how this would actually fit into our school, and we had to make sure that pupils would buy into it, staff were okay with it, and make sure it would actually work. And we've got the rights to certain things, but that comes with responsibilities. Previously it was just a school rule book, everyone would follow it, whereas now it's a lot more kind of, if you go and speak to a teacher, it's not really, the hierarchy isn't really there. You go and have a conversation with them, and it's really sort of open, it is really friendly. And also with pupils buying into it, because Mr Thompson was saying about how, certain pupils that can't be bothered with it, but that is really a small number. Pupils really want to get involved with it. This is just a small selection here today, and yeah, it's really been quite good. The pupils want to lead from the bottom. So.